position is you get to choose one issue for all the governors to focus on during your year. And so the issue that I chose is actually the employment of people with disabilities. Now, let me tell you why I chose this. And it's not that I don't have anybody in my family with a disability. But about 10 years ago, I visited a Bank of America facility here in Delaware. Bank of America is a very good employer of people with disabilities. And I met a guy who was 25 years old, and he had Down syndrome. And he was making T-shirts. And he was unbelievably excited to have this job at Bank of America. And he told me how excited he was, and I asked him what he did before he got the job. And he told me that he had sat at home for 6 years watching TV with his parents from the time he was like 18 until he was 24. And a light bulb went off in my head, and just imagine the improvement in the quality of life of this young man, because that he now had a reason to wake up every day. He had a purpose. He was part of a team. He was productive. He earned a paycheck. And what an incredible improvement in the quality of life of his family, because he was less likely to just be sitting around getting depressed. And so it's a big improvement in their quality of life as well. And so I always thought about this guy, and when I became chair, when I knew I was going to become chair of the National Governors Association, I wanted to work on something that was not Democratic and not Republican. And I just think it's so important, given the question you asked about the stalemate in Washington. I think it's really important that we prove that people from both parties can work on things together. And I really thought that this was one. We have a huge problem across the country, that there are a lot of people with disabilities who'd like to be working and who are not.